A devoted mother and schoolteacher, Claire was struggling to move on from her husband's betrayal. But everything changed when she met Noah, her son's best friend. As their forbidden attraction grew stronger, Claire found herself trapped in a dangerous obsession, one that would spiral into an uncontrollable nightmare. How far will she go before it's too late? Claire, a beautiful woman, was out for her usual morning jog, but today, something was different. She was troubled. Her husband, Garrett, had been cheating on her for the past 3 years. Claire had made up her mind to leave him, but their son, Kevin, was completely against the idea of his parents splitting up. So, instead of filing for divorce, Claire decided to separate from Garrett and live with Kevin on her own. However, just staying apart wasn't enough to solve her problems. She confided in her close friend Vicky about Garrett's affair. Vicky advised her to forget about him and start fresh with someone new. But deep down, Claire still loved Garrett and wanted to give him another chance. A few days later, Kevin's birthday arrived. Garrett gifted him a brand new computer, which made Kevin extremely happy. Meanwhile, Garrett suggested taking Claire and Kevin on a camping trip, but before that, he told Claire he had to travel to another city for work. Claire, however, knew exactly what was going on. She wasn't fooled. Garrett was planning a secret getaway with his new girlfriend. Claire made an excuse, saying, "I can't go with you. If you really want to go, take Kevin along." Garrett tried to convince her, but Claire refused to listen. Frustrated, she walked into the bathroom and broke down in tears. She was furious at Garrett's constant lies. The next morning, while Claire was backing her car out, the garage door got stuck. She and Kevin tried their best to fix it, but nothing worked. Just then, a young man appeared and offered to help. His name was Noah, and he had recently moved in with his grandfather next door. Noah's grandfather explained that his parents had passed away, so he had left his old town to come live with him. Noticing the jammed garage door, Noah confidently said, "I can fix this," and took Kevin along to buy the necessary tools. During their conversation, Kevin learned that Noah was about to join the same college where Claire worked as a professor. As they shopped for repair supplies, they ran into Rachel, Kevin's classmate, who worked at the store. Seeing her, Kevin immediately panicked. He had secretly liked her since childhood, but never had the courage to talk to her. Sensing Kevin's nervousness, Noah stepped in to help him strike up a conversation. But before Kevin could say much, a group of bullies showed up. They surrounded Kevin, mocked him, and called him sick repeatedly. Noah stood there, confused, trying to understand why they were harassing Kevin. Later, when they returned home, Noah brought up the incident with Claire. That's when she revealed the truth. Kevin suffered from asthma, which is why he always carried his medication with him. Determined to help, Noah quickly fixed the garage door, impressing Claire. She was relieved and grateful, while Kevin and Noah's friendship grew stronger. Seeing them bond made Claire happy, but at the same time, she found herself increasingly drawn to Noah. Soon after, Claire introduced Noah to her friend Vicky, and the two instantly clicked. They started spending more time together, getting to know each other better. One day, Noah saw Kevin heading out with his father, Garrett. Claire, however, wasn't joining them. She stood by, watching, a hint of sadness in her eyes. Noticing this, Noah walked up to her and handed her a book, saying, "I thought you might like this. It might help take your mind off things." He then showered her with compliments, making Claire smile for the first time in a while. That night, as Claire was getting ready for bed, her eyes drifted toward the window. She caught sight of Noah changing his clothes. Just then, Noah looked up and saw her watching. Embarrassed, Claire quickly ducked out of sight, but Noah knew she was still there, stealing glances at him. One evening, Claire was feeling unusually down. To drown her emotions, she poured herself a drink. Just then, she received a call from Noah, who was at home cooking chicken. He needed Claire's help with the recipe and asked her to come over. Claire hesitated for a moment but eventually agreed. When she arrived at Noah's place, they started cooking together and got lost in conversation. As the evening progressed, Claire, under the influence of alcohol, let her guard down. Seizing the moment, Noah confessed, "I like you, Claire. I want to be with you, and I know you feel the same way." Shocked, Claire tried to leave, but Noah stopped her. "I saw you watching me that night," he whispered, before leaning in to kiss her. At first, Claire resisted, but then she gave in. One thing led to another, and they spent the night together. The next morning, Claire woke up feeling an overwhelming sense of regret. She couldn't believe what she had done. Before she could leave, Noah tried to reassure her. "We didn't do anything wrong. We both wanted this," he insisted, but Claire refused to listen. She pushed him away, which infuriated Noah. In a fit of rage, he injured himself. Alarmed, Claire rushed to tend to his wound. After wrapping his hand, she hurried out of his house, shaken by what had happened. Later that day, Garrett and Kevin returned home after spending the weekend together. Claire was busy preparing dinner when she suddenly heard Noah's voice. He had come to visit Garrett. Her heart pounded in fear, worried he might reveal everything. But Noah said nothing. That night, Garrett apologized to Claire for his mistakes. "I love you, Claire. he admitted, hoping for another chance. Deep down, Claire still had feelings for him, so she decided to forgive him. Yet, the guilt of what had happened with Noah weighed heavily on her. Claire and Garrett decided to work on their marriage, but Noah wasn't happy about it. The next day, Claire was shocked to find Noah sitting in her classroom. He had officially joined the college where she taught. Seeing him there, she realized that getting involved with him had been a terrible mistake. That evening, Noah came over with Kevin. His intentions were clear. He still wanted to be with Claire, but she, determined to set boundaries, made an excuse and sent him away. She then warned Kevin to stay away from Noah. Little did she know, Noah was standing outside, listening to every word. Her rejection filled him with rage. From then on, Noah began poisoning Kevin's mind against Garrett. Your dad cheated on your mom for 3 years, and when he got bored of his girlfriend, he came crawling back to her, Noah told him. Kevin, already harboring resentment, became furious with his father. That night, as the family sat down for dinner, Kevin lashed out at Garrett. Claire tried to calm him down, but Kevin stormed off to his room. Sensing his opportunity, Noah continued manipulating Kevin, making sure he hated Garrett even more. Meanwhile, Claire and Garrett were slowly reconnecting, but Noah wasn't going to let that happen so easily. That night, as Garrett and Claire became intimate, Noah watched them from a distance. Seeing them together filled him with uncontrollable rage. He was obsessed with Claire and couldn't bear the thought of her being with anyone else. The next morning, Noah confronted Claire, demanding that she stay away from Garrett. "You belong to me, Claire," he insisted, but Claire firmly refused. "I can't betray my husband," she replied. Noah, however, refused to listen. Just then, Kevin walked in, forcing Noah to control his anger. He quickly composed himself and took Kevin to college. At college, Kevin found himself being bullied by another student. Frustrated, he fought back. The commotion caught Noah's attention, and in his uncontrollable rage, he started beating up the bully. This violent act led to Noah being expelled from college by the principal, Vicky. Furious, Noah threatened her, but Vicky stood her ground and forced him to leave. A few days later, a party was held at the college. Both students and teachers were invited. While Claire went to the restroom, Noah followed her inside. He tried to force himself on her, but Claire fought back and managed to escape. The next day, Claire arrived at her classroom and was shocked to find the door locked from the inside. When she finally opened it, she was horrified. Pictures of her and Noah were plastered all over the walls. Panicked, she rushed to remove them before anyone could see. That evening, when she got home, she was stunned to find Noah sitting with Garrett. As she nervously went to the kitchen to prepare coffee, Noah followed her. Lowering his voice, he threatened, "If you don't come to my house tonight, I'll tell your husband everything." Terrified, Claire had no choice but to agree. That night, she arrived at Noah's house. He confessed, "I love you, Claire, but every time I see you with your husband, I lose control. Sometimes I just want to kill him." Hearing this, Claire realized that Noah had completely lost his mind. When he tried to force himself on her again, she fought him off and ran away. The next day, she confided in Vicky, who urged her to go to the police. But before Claire could act, Noah attacked Vicky, leaving her unconscious. Later, Noah tricked Kevin by calling him and saying, "Rachel is in danger. Bring your dad and come quickly." Panicked, Kevin and Garrett rushed to Rachel's house. Meanwhile, Claire went to meet Vicky, only to find her lifeless body. Noah had killed her. Horrified, Claire tried to escape, but Noah caught her and took her to an abandoned warehouse. There, she saw Garrett and Kevin tied up. Enraged, she attacked Noah, but he fought back and tried to burn Garrett and Kevin alive. Desperate, Claire launched another attack while Garrett managed to free himself. Noah grabbed a gun and shot Garrett in the shoulder, but Claire seized the moment, pulling a lever that sent a heavy engine crashing down onto Noah, killing him instantly. Moments later, the police arrived and rescued Claire, Garrett, and Kevin. And with that, this terrifying nightmare finally came to an end. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Last stop.